Hey guys, so today we got a mail day. Just wanted to kind of share some of the things that I'm really interested in, and I think showing off the mail day is a nice way to do it. I also see other Vanguard YouTubers do it, so I wanted to give it a try myself. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it does help the channel. I know what you're thinking, Coco. Why are you wearing a skull cap in the middle of summer? You see, I had a bad hair day, so gotta keep everything under the hood today. But just wanted to take some time, share the sweet loot that I got. And you guys let me know if there's anything spicy that you guys got recently, either through the mail, or maybe you got a guy at your locals or your community that always has the spiciest trades. I would love to hear about it. We got some Genesis stuff. The story behind this is I have everything for Genesis in V. All the relevant stuff for Genesis in V I do have. Fenrir, Himiko's, I have all of that. But I'm just not playing as much V anymore. People locally just don't want to play as much V. I haven't played a game of V in weeks, which kind of sucks sometimes because I don't hate the format, but I do already have good decks in that format anyways. So I wanted to convert my Regalia in V, or at least my Himiko deck in V to premium using all the Regalia engine. So I got a friend who plays Regalia and he's been helping me learn the deck and giving me tips, and so I decided to pick up the cheap stuff now, so I'm ahead of the curve. So we got some strides here, quite a bit. I got even some of the new ones, not sure if I'm actually going to play them. I got 4 of the G Guardians. I got 1 Tagwood because I've been seeing a lot of people play it. The Irises is a staple, and then the Apros is also just really nice. I don't know if I'm going to play 1 or 2 yet, so they were like 50 cents, so most of these cards were like dirt cheap. I typically don't buy high rarity stuff unless it's for like OTT or like a pet deck of mine. Like Magnolia is a great example of a pet deck that I might buy SPs for, just because like I've been playing them for so long and they have sentimental value to me. But yeah, we have Genesis stuff, and of course I did get all the crits and stuff I needed. So I got the old Regalia crits. Again, all of this was like super dirt cheap, especially now that these stride crits and the plus 10k draw card crits are commons now. I didn't really care about the rarity. So yeah, really happy that I finally got this stuff. There's still a ton of stuff I need for the... Basically, I just need like 2 cards for the main deck and the other half of the stride deck. But really happy that I finally got my Regalia stuff. So yeah, that's the Regalia haul. In other news, we did get some other stuff from Premium that I'm gonna wait for to the end. So let's go over the Overdress stuff. So you guys saw that the Grea deck profile. Go check it out. I'm really trying to push the meta on that deck, because I think that as soon as we get anything generically good for Keter, the deck's gonna be strong. So I went ahead and picked up these Hollow Felicitas. This is CB2 retire this unit, and then you choose one of your grade 3s and it gets a extra drive. I play 2 of the common variant, and I just wanted to upgrade them, as again, this card's dirt cheap. It's very like low key, like under the radar, and it's a very good tech for the deck. Combos very well with Dark Thagrea. So I just picked them up because they were cheap, and I like hollows, so there's that. We got some Brain Gate stuff. So I did buy Purelight. I did build a Purelight deck, and I've been testing a lot. Shout out to George for helping me learn the Purelight mirror, and for all of the guys for helping me test that deck. It was kind of a learning curve, as I'm used to like Mag-Go Burr with Inlet Pulse. But now that there is a very high chance that Inlet Pulse will be choice restricted here in the West, I wanted to kind of prepare for that ahead of time. And so I picked up Purelight. I've been really enjoying the deck. Charlene here is a guard restrict grade 3. It requires you to have 6 prison, but I don't think the cost is too heavy. Depending on how you build the deck, you can make Charlene very playable, and you really only need Charlene 1 to 2 turns to really close out a game. But that guard restrict, where they can't use blitz orders or normal units, is really strong. And OT basically puts your opponent in like a checkmate scenario and forces them to heal or defensive OT out. So just a really great way to close. I've always had a hard time finishing my play, especially in card games, so I really enjoy when decks have finishers that can close out games. Think of Gnosia and Magnolia, Charlene for prison. I guess Bob Sarga's skill is a finisher in itself, or you know, I just really enjoy decks that have clear defined win cons that isn't just like playing the long game or like out resourcing your opponent. That's really good, but I don't know, win cons are fun to play around. And then we have 4 copies of the Barrage Latra. This is when it swings, anything that your opponent guards with, once that gets retired, it goes to prison. This is a great way to put more stuff in the prison and dissuade your opponent from guarding. Because a lot of times they'll just take this because they don't want to give you more prison, especially like if you're like at that awkward like 9 or 7 or whatever, like that odd number. If they like try to PG it or they drop a couple of triggers, that's going to put you in the next plus 5k bracket for your Pure Light. And I think this card is absolutely insane. Not sure if I want to play 3 or 4 of, so I just got 4 since it's just a double rare. It's pretty good. We got some mag support. For those who don't know, back in May of 2021, me and Wolf the Legend, good friend of mine and fellow content creator, we went to a local card shop and we picked up our first decks in Overdress, and that was the first time I had ever played TCG. Was like with my own cards, was when I went with Wolf the Legend. It's a very fond memory. I got like 4-0'd. I think I won 1 game in like 6 games. It was really sad. But Magnolia was my first deck, so it's kind of a pet deck for me. So even though like Inlet Pulse might get choice restricted, I've been testing around, seeing without Inlet Pulse, does the deck still work and how does it change its matchups. I think that this Armadillo card, or the Armady, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely amazing. Just being able to CB and put itself into the soul so you can meet that Inlet Pulse or the MPix requirement. And then it also gives whatever rear guard is swinging plus 10k for that cost. So just a really good card. Inlet Pulse may be leaving, but this card's insane. We did pick up 2 copies, a brand new Shining Garnet, the Prism Stride. It's got Ultimate Break that all your Prisms get a crit. So, and then its other skills, you can copy your Heart card skill, but only one of them. So for Varret, you either copy the Triple Drive or you copy the Multi-Attack. I wonder which one we are copying. But yeah, I just like this as a finisher. People will like try to like lethal you if they miss. Fine, we have PGs to make that Ultimate Break a Limit Break. Just a very good card. Just as a 2-of though. Finally, we got some OTT upgrades. I got a couple of things. So I got one of the promo hollow like foil Misaki markers. There's still a couple of things I'm missing for my high rarity marker collection for OTT, but this was one I've been eyeing for a while. I kind of missed my chance when it was much cheaper, so I had to pay a little more, but it's totally fine. As she's like my favorite character from Vanguard, or hands down, she is my favorite character from Vanguard. So it's nice to get more Protect markers for her. And then we got 2 copies of the new Stride and the SR Rarity. This card is great. Does not require SAB. And it just reveals the top 3. Any normal units you call and any triggers you activate and you add to hand. This is a great way to build card advantage in OTT. If you're not Susano or Battle Sisters, I feel like the other decks struggle to generate a consistent card advantage. It's really easy to deny them Oracle, especially if you're like a deck like an Excel deck or a really strong Force deck. They just don't get to play the game sometimes. And so having cards that don't require CB means that you can keep your damage low against those really annoying matchups where you don't want to take a lot of damage. Think like Grand Blue, kind of a hard matchup for the deck because you know they can generate a bunch of Protect markers off of the Bad Bounty Stride. So then you're often forced to do things like go Momo or things because otherwise you don't push through the Protect markers. It's a really cursed existence, but in general, Nanda's just great. I like this early game, I like this mid game, I like this late game. So we bought 2 SR copies just so I can play 2 in the more generic list where I don't need to play like archetype specific strides or very specific things to make the decks work. And also I think he's a great replacement instead of Agnos. I know that like Agnos has been a staple in a lot of like topping OTT lists. I just really don't like Agnos. I own it, but I never want to go Agnos. I usually want to go other strides. So it's nice to have something that can help you dig through your deck and generate card advantage. So yeah, that's the OTT stuff. So that's the video today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share any of your spicy Vanguard news. Maybe you got some sick trades recently, opened a very spicy pack, or maybe you also did have a mail date of your own, especially with all the new sets. It's crazy. 3 sets in 1 month is a little much, but you know, thanks Bushy for spicing up the formats a bit.